Hello everybody, I'm Natalie. I am the short sale coordinator, senior short sale coordinator for the short sale results team. We call us a results team because we're a team of different professions in order to get one task done. Anyway, just a little bit about me. I've been working with short sales for over 5 years. 5 years ago, nobody knew the words. Today, it's all over the place. They thought I was crazy when I left my accounting job for over 10 years for a healthcare company, owned multiple companies. They thought I was crazy. Well, they're also out of business now, too. It affects everybody. I've also been, some of my background regarding short sales, I've been studying it very strongly, very in it. Networking, I've been on radio shows, I've been teaching at seminars. Anything there is, I'm usually over it, I want to know it. I've met the trainer for the mitigators for WAMU in Jacksonville, Florida. Huge building, looks like a prison. And that's where they're training people. I'm trying to be as connected, but when you hear that somebody has a connection at a bank, they usually, if they're really good, they get promoted and you lose them. Or they go crazy and they quit working there. So there is no one magic weapon to solve the short sell issue there. The team before us was great because these are a lot of the people that you would consolidate with to know what is the best option for you. I try to say that being in a situation when you can't afford your payments, it's very stressful, you're not sleeping, it's crazy, and you got all this misinformation out there. By talking to these individuals will help find out which path is right for you. I think Hannah kind of sold herself short. She's got some great strategies for before the short sale if you're current, just like when Jeff said before when you're current, to start working on it proactively. There's becoming more options now than there used to be. So I want to give you guys hope there. She's also got strategies beforehand to put things on pause so you have less damage to your credit. Things will still happen because if you're not making your payment, that's true. So anyway, I want to go ahead and move forward talking more of just short sales, and this should just pretty much, I'm just clicking through here. We've already talked about loan mods. Jeff was great at that. Do try multiple times. Also, when you're denied there, when you move to the short sell part, it's showing that, hey, I'm trying everything I can to make the best of this. I did not ask for this to happen. Then there's a deed in lieu option, bankruptcy, and foreclosure. I'm going to talk about the short sell, payoff, and what is actually a short sell, a short payoff. There's different terms out there. It's when the property is sold for less than the total amount necessary to satisfy all liens. Sewer liens, there could be a mechanics lien, could be a tax lien. People kind of concentrate on the two lenders or one lender. It's anything associated to that property in order to have a clear title to transfer it. In simple terms, the property is sold for less than what's owed, and every one of those lien holders have agreed to something, so you can have a valid transaction. Short sell myths. You have to be past due. Jeff already touched on some of that. Not true. I've negotiated many cases. Pretty much any myth you have out there, I have a human being that can stand behind it and say, well, in our case it worked, in this case it was tougher. We've negotiated investment property that wasn't past due, a person that owned a business, that he had multiple properties. So there are things that can be done. Doesn't mean they're easy, but they can be done. Another one is not allowed on investment property. I just told you we've successfully done that. And just so you know, on that example, he owed over $300 and something thousand that happened to be a Florida property. Sold and agreed for $50,000, no deficiency. Fantastic. It's phenomenal. Florida doesn't have the protection and rules like California does. Even though it's an investment property, California wouldn't have covered it. But it was great, and that was GMAC. All houses in California are covered by the non-deficiency clause. Bob had mentioned on some of that. It's got to be owner-occupied, and there's certain rules living it and different dollars and values. So again, one answer doesn't fit everybody. A deficiency means that you pay the amount in taxes. Those are words that are being misunderstood. People are saying, well, if I do a short sell, I get a 1099. Again, you would work with Bob to know what's the best with that. If you get a foreclosure, you can also get a 1099. And a deficiency, that means the balance of the shortage. Say you had a HELOC for $100,000 and the bank only got $20,000 for it. The deficiency is them wanting the $80,000 still. Now with a short sell, they may agree that $20,000 is considered full. and done, which is fantastic because you didn't have to have a bankruptcy and you didn't have to have a foreclosure. You negotiated it beforehand. There's a lot of options there. Once it's a foreclosure, they can't go, let's see. Oh yeah, once it's foreclosed, forget it. I'm just gonna close my eyes and let it go to foreclosure. Well, you forgot that that second was a HELOC, which you bought the car with, paid off the credit cards, and maybe put your kid through college. That's still gonna be chasing you because it wasn't the original loan. So there's some misunderstandings there. The notice of default has been filed, it's too late. And those are scary when you get the notice posted on the door, you see it on your neighbor's door. It's not a proud moment for anybody. That's not, because as Jeff was just saying, the timeline, there's 3 months and 20 days. There's some extensions going on. Call us. We can look it up, see if there's a sell date, which bank it is. We know how to attack these things. And I say we, meaning as a team, because it takes all of us. The other item is you have to do a loan mod first. Not necessarily true. Each person's scenario is different. You may have a divorce. A loan mod isn't going to usually work in a divorce because neither income could support the payment. So everything's